Hello, friends. Welcome to Book and Financial Growth. Today, we're diving deep into the powerful ideas from Master Your Mind, the hidden rules of success, habits, and discipline. Let's start with a simple but thought-provoking question. If someone locked you in a prison, what would you do? Your first instinct would be to find a way out. You'd think about breaking walls, unlocking doors, or planning an escape. But have you ever considered that the most dangerous prison isn't made of bricks and iron bars? The most dangerous prison is the one inside your own mind. Yes, the same mind that gives you the ability to think, dream, and take action can also become the thing that limits you. It builds invisible walls, walls that hold you back, restrict your growth, and convince you that you can only achieve what you've already believed is possible. These walls aren't visible from the outside, but inside, they keep you trapped. Every time you want to try something new, a voice says, "What's the point? You can't do it." That's a wall. When you think about speaking in front of people and your mind tells you they'll laugh at you, that's another wall. When you dream big and hear, "That's too big for you," that's the prison tightening its grip. Over time, we start accepting this invisible prison as reality. But here's the truth. It's not real. It's just a creation of your mind. And if the prison isn't real, then the key to freedom is already in your hands. So how do you break these invisible walls? Think about how children behave. They don't overthink. They fall, they get up, and they try again. They're not afraid of failure. But as we grow older, society, family, and peers start shaping our beliefs. Don't do that. You'll fail. What will people say? Slowly, these voices become so strong that we start believing them as truth. And that's how the prison is built. The escape doesn't require running away. It requires awareness. The next time your mind says, "You can't do this," pause and ask, "Why not?" Most of the time, you won't find a real reason, just fear. And fear is not reality. It's just a possibility your mind exaggerates. Try a simple mental game. When you think, "What will people say?" ask yourself, "Which people?" The funny thing is, the people we fear the most often forget about us within minutes. Yet we sacrifice our freedom trying to impress them. It's like locking yourself in a cage that was never closed in the first place. In life, we all face moments where we need to move forward, whether it's going for an interview, starting a business, expressing your feelings, or moving to a new place. The biggest challenge isn't outside, it's inside. The external challenges only appear after you take action, but before that, your mind often defeats you. Remember this, the mind builds the walls, but it can also break them. To do that, focus on two things. First, remind yourself repeatedly that fear is just a thought, not a barrier. Second, take small steps. When you take consistent small actions, your fear begins to shrink, and you start realizing that those invisible walls were never as strong as they seemed. Think about great innovators. If they had believed the voice of doubt, the world would look very different today. They faced fear too, but they didn't treat it as truth. They acknowledged it and moved forward anyway. That's real freedom. Now let's talk about another trap, the comfort zone. Imagine a life where everything is easy. You wake up, your tea is ready, your office is nearby, your boss doesn't pressure you. Work is minimal, and you come home to relax, watch TV, scroll your phone, eat, and sleep. Sounds perfect, right? No stress, no struggle. But slowly, this comfort becomes a trap. The comfort zone is a cage that looks beautiful from the outside but slowly destroys your growth from within. Humans naturally seek comfort. We avoid pain and struggle. But real growth, real strength, and real happiness never come from comfort. If everything is easy, you don't change. And if you don't change, you stagnate. Stagnation is one of the most dangerous states in life. You may appear happy on the outside, but inside, you feel empty. Think back to when you learned how to ride a bike. You fell many times. If you had avoided falling, you would have never learned. Growth always exists where discomfort lives. But when you start choosing easy paths, life may feel smooth, but it slowly becomes a cage. Look at daily choices. Waking up early to exercise is hard. Sleeping in is easy. Reading a book takes effort. Scrolling your phone is easy. Starting a new project is risky. Staying in a familiar job is easy. Every time you choose the easy option, you give up a little bit of your freedom. These small decisions accumulate and create a life of limitation. The comfort zone is deceptive. It gives you instant pleasure but slowly steals your courage. You think you're living comfortably, but in reality, you've stopped growing. And stopping growth is more dangerous than failure because it kills your potential. Nature itself teaches us this lesson. A butterfly must struggle to break out of its cocoon, otherwise it can't fly. A seed must endure darkness and pressure to grow into a tree. A child must struggle during birth to enter the world. Growth is always tied to struggle. Successful people understand this. They choose difficulty over comfort. They take risks, face challenges, and push beyond limits. That's what sets them apart. If you want to escape the comfort trap, start by accepting that easy isn't always better. Then, make small choices every day that challenge you. Wake up a bit earlier. Read something new. Talk to someone unfamiliar. Start the task you've been avoiding. It will feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, it becomes your new normal. Remember, fear often marks the path to growth. If something scares you, it likely holds the key to your transformation. Don't run from it. Face it. Now let's move to one of the most powerful ideas: discipline. If life were a game with one rule for winning, what would it be? Many people would say luck, talent, or opportunity. But the real answer is discipline. Discipline isn't just a habit, it's a system, a formula. Think of it like math. Small, consistent actions over time create massive results. Imagine improving just 1% every day. It sounds insignificant, but over a year, that growth multiplies dramatically. Discipline works like compound interest. Small efforts repeated consistently lead to big outcomes. Whether it's exercising, studying, or building a skill, consistency beats intensity. Many people fail because they chase quick results. They want instant success. But real growth doesn't work that way. It's slow, steady, and cumulative. Think about it. If you read just one page a day, by the end of the year, you've read an entire book. But trying to read hundreds of pages in one day often leads to burnout. Discipline is not about motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. It doesn't depend on how you feel. It depends on what you do consistently. Start small. Make it so easy that you can't avoid it. 5 push-ups a day. 5 minutes of reading. Saving a small amount of money. These small actions build momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Now let's talk about something that silently steals your life: distractions. If a thief stole your money, you'd react immediately. But what if something is stealing your time without you noticing? Distractions are the biggest thieves of time. They appear harmless, just 5 minutes on social media, 1 video on YouTube, but they quickly turn into hours. Days, months, and years slip away. Time is the most valuable asset because once it's gone, it never comes back. Every moment spent on meaningless distractions is a piece of your life lost. The solution starts with awareness. Notice when you're wasting time. Set boundaries. Replace distractions with meaningful activities. Protect your focus like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. Finally, let's talk about failure. Most people think winning means never losing, but real success often comes through failure. Failure teaches lessons that success never can. Every setback is a stepping stone. It shows you what doesn't work and guides you toward what does. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a teacher. In the end, mastering your mind is about breaking mental barriers, stepping out of comfort, building discipline, protecting your time, and learning from failure. When you understand these principles, you unlock your true potential. So the question is, are you ready to break free from your mental prison and take control of your life?